Thank you so much. All right, meanwhile, the State Department's travel alert for Americans traveling overseas. It's based on a threat that was credible but not very specific. However, the intelligence suggests that attacks are being planned similar to those in Madrid, London, and Mumbai on mass transit and other key tourist destinations. Joining us on the phone with details on this intelligence information is Republican Congressman Peter King, a ranking member of the Committee on Homeland Security. And in studio, we are joined by security expert Sal Lifieri, who can give us specific tips that travelers can take to stay safe overseas. Congressman King, let's start with you. The State Department knew about these possible problems. Why now? Why are they coming out now with this terror alert?
Yeah, it's been known for, I'd say, approximately 2 months that these attacks were possible. It takes that long, quite frankly, to track them down, to see if it's credible, see if it's real, see what the likelihood is of it being carried out. And it's just a number of events coming together, which is known to the intelligence community. They decided this was the appropriate time to let travelers know. Now, there's no guarantee that the attack is going to happen, but it reached a tipping point where it was decided that with all the evidence available and with the British taking some action and the French actually carrying out some raids last week, that it was necessary to let Americans know that the possibility is there of an attack, and it would be, from what we can gather, a Mumbai-type attack with small weapons, automatic weapons, grenades, that type thing, at areas where large numbers of the tourists would congregate.
Congressman, let me ask you something. If someone is thinking about traveling abroad right now, or they have their kids in school abroad right now, what's your suggestion? Should they come back? Should you cancel your plans?
I would leave it up to them. I mean, right now there is not evidence that this attack is imminent, but it is possible. This is a dangerous world in which we live. There is no easy answer, and it was decided by the State Department, and I agree with it, is that to let Americans know what the possibilities are. But, this is the world we live in. It's a very dangerous world, but right now it's a little more dangerous. And also it does let Americans know if they are over there to keep their eyes open, keep their ears open. If they see something, say something. And also if they are asked or told by security or police or law enforcement to do something, do it. Don't be complaining. Just do what you're told.
Well, let me ask you something. This is kind of like Congressman, this is kind of like a spoiler alert. We know what kind of world we live in right now. But, you send out this frightening message and then you say, oh, you can still go. Just be careful. Well, that's what we've been doing for years since 9/11.
But it's at a higher level. Just like the New York City Police Department is always on high alert, but sometimes it goes to a higher alert. But this is, I think it's important for people to know that while there's always threats, the threats right now are much more credible than they've been. There is a real reason to believe that these attacks could happen. There's no evidence it's going to happen tomorrow. But it's, we let people make that decision, because think how people would react if they did go and the attack happened and they weren't told. So basically, it's to let people make that decision for themselves.
I understand that. Okay, we have a security expert with us. Sal, if you're thinking about traveling abroad, if your kids are studying overseas, what advice do you have for them right now?
Well,
specific.
I think, like the Congressman said, you have to be hyper-vigilant. You have to be aware of your surroundings and what you're doing when you're overseas, just as you would be if you were within the United States.
I mean, should we stay away from major tourist attractions,
Well, all of the information that we're getting from the government is saying at this point that travel is okay, we should go. What we should do is, while we're overseas, specifically with relate to this, is just practice some safe security or some safe postures that you should have.
Like what, Sal?
Things like, if you're going to be overseas, know how to make a call to 911. Know what that local 911 number is. Have the coins available to be able to put into the phone and activate the system. If you're in a hotel, understand that not all of the stations are transmitting or broadcasting in English. So understand what station you need to turn to so that you can listen to local jurisdictions tell you, what to do or how to react to a potential attack.
Gotcha. Sal Lifieri, security expert. Congressman Peter King, thank you so much for joining us. Any last advice for people listening right now?
Just, go on with their lives. If they are going to make the trip, be careful. And we can't give in to the terrorists. And thank God that we're here in New York with the NYPD and the Joint Terrorism Task Force doing all they can to protect us, and they will.
Congressman King, thanks so much. Sal, thank you. Greg?
All right.